So what is the general rule? When are you required to go and get your drug tested?
There's like three major breakdowns, I guess, yeah, you would say. If somebody dies in the accident, it doesn't matter if it's a driver of the truck or another car or anybody on the side of the road, but it's involved. No matter if the driver got the citation or not, or if it's his fault, there's always a requirement for both drug and alcohol tests.
Okay, so fatal accident, any death,
yes,
you have to go and get drug tested.
Correct. The second one would be towaways. If the driver gets a citation, there is a requirement for drug testing, but if there is no citation and it's not his fault, then there is no need for the test.
And it doesn't matter which vehicle was towed away?
It doesn't. As long as there is an involved car that gets towed away, the test is required if there is a citation.
So if you get a ticket and there is towing, then you have to get drug tested?
Correct.
If there is towing, you don't get a ticket, you're good?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the last one is going to be if somebody got taken away to the hospital. It's the same thing as with towing. If you get citation and it's your fault, you need the drug test. Otherwise, you do not.
Okay, so if there is ambulance inside and you get a ticket, you have to get drug tested?
Yes, if the person gets taken away from
Okay, so if the ambulance shows up but everybody's fine, nobody's taken away, then
it's fine.
Then it's fine.
Yep.
Okay, and is it drug testing or alcohol testing?
It's both drug and alcohol test.
And can you get it done anywhere?
So as long as it's a DOT tests that are completed, you can go anywhere. Obviously, sometimes accidents happen in the middle of the night. The regular collection sites are closed, but there are sites or even hospitals that do the DOT testing, and you can complete it there even in the middle of the night.
Okay, but it's a good idea to check whether it is a DOT regulated
correct.
site, right? Okay. Once you're involved in an accident and you are required to get drug tested, how much time do you have to complete the test?
So it's 8 hours for the alcohol test and then 32 for drug test.
Okay. What happens if you miss that time?
Well, we suggest not missing that time, but I mean, obviously, different situations happen. We usually suggest writing a letter of explanation on why the test wasn't complete. Usually, the reason why there has to be written one is usually for breath alcohols. Because it's just such a short period of time, and if the accident happens in the middle of the night and the driver doesn't call them until the morning, or there is, a lot going on at the accident site, and by the time the time passes by and you find a location, write letter of explanation why the test wasn't completed, stating that there was no sites open or you weren't able to get anywhere because, let's say, the highway was closed. I mean, different situations happen, so you just have to have a backup explanation if you have an outlet later on to explain why the test wasn't completed.
What is one piece of advice you would give to truck drivers?
I would say no drinking and no taking any sorts of drugs, because you never know what's going to happen on the road. All it takes is one bad weather day, you get in the accident, and then you get in trouble.
So even if it's not your fault, you can get involved in an accident and be required to
Correct. I mean, all it takes is an ice on the road, you hit another car. A truck is a big truck. It can kill somebody very easily. It's, it's very hard.